The Mossberg 500 is a series of pump-action shotguns manufactured by O.F. Mossberg and Sons. 1. The 500 series comprises widely varying models of hammerless repeaters, all of which share the same basic receiver and action, but differ in bore size, barrel length, choke options, magazine capacity, stock, and forearm materials. Model numbers included in the 500 series are the 500, 505, 510, 535, and 590. The Revelation 310 and the New Haven 600 were also variations of the 500 series produced by Mossberg under different names. By 2021, about 11 million M500s had been produced, making it the most produced shotgun of all time. Designed in 1961 by Carl Benson, the Mossberg 500 was created mainly for use by hunters, but quickly found itself in use by law enforcement because of its reliability and low cost. In the 1970s, the M500 was submitted for military use, but failed to meet the MIL Spec 3443 protocol, which involves firing 3,000 rounds of shells with no more than 2 malfunctions. During the testing, some M500s were created to better match the MIL spec, which came at an increase in cost. M500s began to be purchased by the U.S. military in limited numbers, with the first order consisting of approximately 5,900 shotguns from Navy and Coast Guard. To maintain its low cost, Mossberg continued to produce the M500 for civilian and police markets, and in 1987, designed the M590 specifically for military use. In response to a Navy request, the M590 was modified with a thickened barrel, extended magazine, barrel shroud, and bayonet lug. The new model, designated the M590A1, became the standard shotgun in the United States military. The name Model 500 covers an entire family of pumped shotguns designed to chamber 3-inch, 76mm Magnum shells. The standard model holds 5 2.75-inch, 70mm, or 5 3-inch, 76mm shells in the magazine and 1 in the chamber. The Model 500 is available in 12-gauge, 20-gauge, and 410 bore, with the 12-gauge being the most popular and having the most optional features available. A 16-gauge model was introduced in 1963 and later discontinued. 15, 16, 17. The standard finish for the Model 500 is an anodized aluminum alloy receiver and a polished and blued barrel. Some models come with a matte black matte anodized receiver and a matte blued barrel. Some 500 models are anodized to look parkerized, with parkerized barrels. This is also true of the 590 series, since an aluminum receiver cannot be parkerized. The primary difference between the Model 500 and Model 590 is in magazine tube design. The Model 500 magazines are closed at the muzzle end, and the barrel is held in place by bolting into a threaded hole at the end of the magazine tube. Model 590 magazines are designed to be opened at the muzzle end, and the barrels fit around the magazine tube and are held on by a cap nut at the end. The Model 500 magazine facilitates easy barrel changes, as the barrel bolt serves no function other than holding the barrel in place. The Model 590 magazine facilitates easy cleaning and parts replacement. Are you ready to take your firearms knowledge to the next level? In this thrilling deep dive into the legendary hashtag Beretta 1301, we explore everything from its unparalleled design to its top-notch performance on the range. Join us as we break down the features that make this semi-automatic shotgun a king in home defense and competitive shooting. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a curious beginner, there's something for everyone. Don't miss our exclusive tips on optimizing your shooting experience with a Beretta 1301. Hit that like button and subscribe for more expert insights. The Beretta 1301 is a gas-operated semi-automatic shotgun produced by Beretta and imported by Beretta USA in the United States. 1. The firearm has 2 distinct models. The 1301 Tactical is intended for tactical self-defense and law enforcement applications, whereas the 1301 Competition is designed for practical shooting sports, such as multi-gun or IPSC shotgun. Despite its intended applications, it is often used by a minority of hunters and clay pigeon shooters. The A400-based 1301 is a successor to the earlier, less successful TX4 Storm, and it shares many similarities with Beretta's A400 line of shotguns, which are successors to the A391 series. 1. All modern 1301 shotguns, much like their A400 counterparts, make use of a Beretta proprietary choke constriction system known as OptimaChoke HP. One exception is the LE model and the early tactical model, which used a fixed cylinder barrel without constrictions. All 1301 barrels are backbore too. 732-inch for reduced muzzle rise and improved patterning. 2. In order to achieve a higher capacity, the 1301 employs the annular gas system, AGS, found on the A400 Extreme, where the gas piston rides outside of the magazine tube instead of at the end of the tube like the regular A400S, allowing for a longer magazine tube to pass through the gas system. The Beretta 1301 Tactical, the successor to the TX4 Storm, began production in Italy in 2014. The TX4 Storm received poor sales due to its relatively high price tag. As a result, the 1301 employed various cost-saving measures, such as changing the rear sights and Picatinny rail from machined metal to polymer, and the removal of rubberized grips found on the fore end and grip lifted from the earlier 391 Streamer 2. Main improvements from the TX4 Storm includes an enlarged polymer charging handle and an oversized bolt release lever, which doubles as a magazine ejection button when pressed on the rear side or lifted up from the front. It is often viewed as a competitor to the Benelli M4 despite being priced similarly to the cheaper Benelli M2. As of 2024, there are three main tactical variants: 1301 Tactical, Gen 2 Enhanced, 1301 Tactical LE, and 1301 Tactical Mod Point 2. Each model comes standard with a traditional field stock, but can be purchased with a Mesa Tactical Urbino pistol grip stock from the factory. 3. The 1301 Tactical currently has three factory colors: black, flat dark earth, and olive green drab. A fourth color, marine, was previously available but discontinued due to the weaker silver finish wearing off quickly. The Mod Point 2 is additionally available in gray. Numerous improvements were made to the 1301 Tactical after collecting user feedbacks. The most visible change is the bolt release lever. Since the rear portion of the lever doubles as a magazine ejection button, accidentally hitting the rear portion or lifting the lever could cause it to double feed. Beretta addressed this issue by shaving the rear of the lever on the new generation 1301 Tactical and reprofiled the lever, now requiring the user to deliberately lift it up in order to eject rounds from the magazine tube. Since rapid clearing is a favorable feature in competition shooting, the 1301 Competition Gen 2 did not receive the revised lever. At the same time, Beretta released a bolt release shroud for Gen 1 owners to retrofit onto their shotguns, blocking the rear half of the button, thus reducing accidental magazine ejections. The Gen 2 also comes with threaded, interchangeable chokes as standard, whereas earlier Gen 1 models have a fixed cylinder bore. The polymer top rail was changed to aluminum to improve its durability and precision when heavier optics are mounted. The 1301 Tactical LE features a fixed cylinder or improved cylinder choke instead of the interchangeable OptimaChoke HP chokes. All 1301 Tactical LE came with a 7-round extended magazine tube and a Gen 2 bolt release lever as standard, whereas regular tactical models can be found without the magazine extension and only holds 5 rounds. The longer magazine tube is covered by a polymer nose cap, with the extended portion secured to the barrel via a barrel clamp. The barrel clamp features a pair of integrated QD sling mounts. It can be ordered with a Mesa Tactical Urbino pistol grip stock from the factory. The Beretta 1301 Competition is designed for competitive shooting disciplines, most frequently 3-gun competitive shooting. The shotgun makes use of a traditional bead sight system and boasts a longer 21-inch or 24 barrel, conducive to shooting targets at greater distances while being more maneuverable than a full-length 28-plus hunting shotgun. In order to better facilitate reloading, the 1301 competition is built on the A400 Extreme receiver featuring longer loading and ejection ports, as the A400 Extreme is designed for the longer 3.5-inch shells. As a result, A400 Extreme barrels are cross-compatible with 1301 competition barrels. However, the competition cannot fire 3.5-inch shells as its chamber was only cut to 3 depth, and its receiver was also only proofed for 3 shells pressure. Like the Tactical, the competition received a facelift in 2018 with numerous small improvements. The most visible change is the location of the serial number. It has been moved from the front of the loading port and under the bolt release lever to the rear of the loading port, in front of the safety button. This enables competition shooters and gunsmiths to enlarge the loading port beyond the factory opening without defacing the serials. For shooters that do not wish to void their warranties, the Gen 2 already featured an enlarged loading port from the factory. The lifter has also been extended to improve feeding reliability. The 1301 Comp Pro is Beretta's flagship competition shotgun, a further improvement on the competition Gen 2. Similar to the clay pigeon shooting focused A400 XL, the 1301 Comp Pro features a distinct blue finish on the receiver. It comes with a 10-round magazine from the factory for applicable markets to speed up reloading and eliminate thumb bite on the spring-loaded lifter. The Comp Pro features Beretta's Pro Elevator, an updated lifter design that stays open when the bolt is dropped. The shooter no longer needs to hold the lifter open to reload the tube, drastically improving ergonomics. Another major upgrade is a new polymer stock with a Kickoff Plus system previously found on Beretta's A400 lineup. It consists of 2 elastomer dampeners complete with return springs, positioned near the rubber insert, which effectively mitigate the first recoil peak, reducing the perceived recoil by up to 40%. A third elastomer dampener, located in the stock bolt, absorbs the impact of the slide against the stock, thus reducing the second recoil peak, muzzle jump, and any vibrations caused by the movement of the slide. 5. The B-Steady system divides the stock into 2 sections, butt and forearm. The recoil absorption point is in front of the cheek weld, moving in unison with the forearm. This leaves the rear portion of the stock stable and avoiding any annoying rubbing of the comb against the cheek, a common complaint on the earlier Kickoff system featured on the A391 series and available to other field stock 1301 models as an add-on. Langdon Tactical Technologies of Gilbert, Arizona makes the LTD 1301 tactical shotgun, a Title 18 USC 922R Compliance 6 variant using a Gen 2 Beretta 1301 barreled action, fitted with a modified Magpul Zhukov aftermarket handguard that offers MLOK rail mount options, a Magpul SGA buttstock for Mossberg 500/590 with an Aridus ASA, 1301 adapter, QDC sling mounting point options, and a 7-round tubular magazine. There are also the options to add an Aridus Universal QDC side saddle shell holder 7 and an Aridus CRM co-witness ready optic mount for Trijicon RMR or Aimpoint Micro Series red dot sights. 8. All Beretta 1301 shotguns use cold hammer forged barrels with chrome lining. The receiver/frame are made from aluminum with an anodized finish. The stock and forearm are made from polymer, with a rubberized recoil pad fastened to the rear of the stock. Discover the power and precision of the hashtag Beretta 1301 in our latest video. We're diving deep into one of the most formidable shotguns on the market, perfect for competitive shooting, home defense, and tactical situations. Watch as we break down the innovative features that set this firearm apart, from its lightning-fast cycling to its impressive accuracy. Whether you're an experienced shooter or a newcomer, you're in for a treat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on everything firearms. Join the action and see why the Beretta 1301 stands out in the world of shotguns. If you found this video useful, please like it, thumbs up. Share it with someone who needs to see it. Leave a comment below with your thoughts. And please subscribe for more. Disclosure: we conduct in-depth research to bring you recommendations for top-rated products. While we don't own all the products mentioned, our selection is based on thorough analysis and user feedback to help you make informed decisions. This video follows YouTube community guidelines, using educational footage under Fair Use, Section 107 of the Copyright Act. For copyright concerns, please contact us. Help us hit that amazing 100 subscriber milestone by liking and subscribing. Your support means the world, and every subscriber makes a difference. Smiling face with smiling eyes.